they're gonna have to let him go too. But first, we have to see Larry is the spearhead. Because once the people get to hear and see what's going on with Larry, that's gonna make them demand all of these political prisoners brought to the forefront. And Angel Bay is the law of Turtle Island. He's the one who was supposed to be enforcing the law. This is why when you're in Chicago, you always hear them say "Stones run it," because that's the law enforcement, the Red House law enforcement. Them mama's boys, and they don't play. And a lot of people misconstrue that part of the tribal structure with a whole lot of other stuff. But he is the chief that was supposed to be responsible for the military governing of the people on the land. He was supposed to be our Shaka Zulu. That's why they got rid of him. Larry is the ambassador, the spokesperson, the chairman of the board.
Right.
He's the one responsible for telling the people how we was in this mess, how we overcome this mess. As the chairman of the board, you're the spokesman for all of the tribes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we all know who he is. But remember, we classify in their system is one day after the 999 portal gate.
Right.
Which is 910. Mathematically, 9 plus 10 is what?
19.
Islamically, what does that mean?
Oh, yeah, that's deep.
Islamically, it means sacred seal, right?
Yeah.
The sacred seal of the number 19. Remember, Bob wrote a book about it.
Yeah, that goes along. Now, go ahead. I don't want to cut you out. You made me think about something else that I put out. I just put something out about the 19 thing. Well, like a while back. With Doc on there talking.
Okay. In Kemet, 19 is Alpha meets Omega. 9 is the highest number. Right? You start counting from 9 backwards. You don't count 1 to 9. You count 9 to 1.
Go ahead.
And then 0 is Omega. Means the end. The end all that these are. The Omega symbol is the cipher, the circle. The circle is also produced when you add 1 plus 9, you get 10. An illusion. 10 is an illusion. Because all it is a reset 1. Okay? 1 plus 0 equals what? 1.
Right.
So the end comes on the 1. James Brown.
Hey,
number 2.
And speaking of that, they taking James Brown statue down from outside of the arena. And this, you heard about that? I'll think of the name of the arena in a minute. Somebody drop it in the chat. They taking James Brown statue from in front of the in front of this arena that was dedicated to him. I want to say it's in Georgia.
You know he was a chief, right?
Yeah, James Brown. Yeah. You can look at him and tell.
Little Richard was the chief that opened the door for him. His name was Chief Screaming Hawk.
In the James Brown Arena.
Yeah. So this is James Brown ties back to the Cleveland Browns. Remember I told you the Brown clan is one of the largest clans across the land. If you grab a phone book and you go to the last name Brown, it's going to take up pages, where every other one take up sections of a page. Right? It's a couple other names, like Johnson, take up pages. Right? Johnson means John's son. Right? My mama last name, her maiden name was Johns. of her fatherland, but her mother last name was Quinn, as in Percy Quinn Park, Magnolia, Mississippi. Percy Quinn from Percy Quinn Park was an Irish senator. He was my grandmother's paternal uncle. His brother raped my great grandmama when she was about 12 years old, and then she had my grandmama. Right, everybody knew who baby it was, but she was ostracized for having a light bright for a baby when she was darker than me and you. Right. So anyway, going back to the numbers, right? So you got Charlie, which takes us to Charlie Ward. He's the leaker. And then you got Kirk, which takes us to the Enterprise, which is Captain Kirk. Right? Now, when you understand you between two dynamics, don't believe nothing, but read the numbers. The numbers gonna tell you more than the image that your eyes see on the TV screen, or even if you're there in person. Right? So the strange thing about Captain Kirk from the Enterprise is his birthday is March the 22nd, 2,200 and something. Let me look it up.
Wow. Hey, y'all, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. We about to get ready to go in. Check that thumbnail out. There's some high power alchemy we got going on there. We also got clips that we're gonna roll because Roy bought receipts to show you what's going on. We got more receipts, y'all. So this is about to get lit. We just warming up, giving people time to get on. Tell them we live right now, y'all. We lit with Chief Pontiac at the North Gate, man. When we knock, you better bump straight. What you got, Rob?
I'm about to tell you Captain Kirk's birthday in Star Trek movies. And remember, all this stuff becomes relevant.
Charlie and Kirk.
Okay, yeah. It's 3/22/2233. That's his birthday. Let that sink in. 3/22, 2233. That's all masonically coded.
Cold Skull and Bones is the first part, I think, right? 322. That's one of their numbers.
And then the 2233, 22 means raised or rising. Okay, 33 means master. 222 means raised.
Yeah.
Right? So we going through this, we don't see the similarities and the connections. If I was going to do a deep dive on it, I would have looked up what episode of Star Trek did Captain Kirk get a neck injury. And that would have took me to the number of the episode. That would have took me to a little description of what the show was about, and maybe even gave me an option to watch it. Now, while that's going on, remember, Charlie Ward been leaking information as retired military the whole time. This is where you get the captain for Kirk. Military ranking system. A captain is not a general, but he's still a ranked officer in the military. Right? So the military code ties to, did you see the video of the dudes flipping the military sniper symbols behind Charlie?
He did something like this, and then the dude shot right when he did that. Then they got him on camera running out the top part.
Then they got another dude standing off to the side at the same time. It looked like he's shooting something at the guy.
Yeah.
Now we don't know. I don't know. I didn't really look enough into it to know how accurate what I'm looking at is what I'm seeing. But I do know central casting is in full effect. The deep state has also activated the school shooters. Remember the school shooters video we went over?
Yep. Nigerian candidates. Yep.
Right. Now, you got to remember, he was at a university.
Yep. Colorado.
Now, when you talk in Colorado, Raven Rock is where CENTCOM is, Central Command. Right? So now, something is coming in hot. It's telling you that the ship about to land. Even if he got shot or if he didn't get shot, the code being the same. But the ship not going to land in Colorado. It's going to land in Montana. Right? So they're telling you that it's en route. Now, at the same time that's going on, remember, he's good friends with Candace Owens. Candace Owens was recently given the death threat by Israelis that call her an anti-Semite. Right? Now, if they can't get to you, they always do what next? The next closest thing to you, right? Right? Yeah. So they know that they're not allowed to touch her because of the blood right. But they can touch him because he got a different blood type.
Oh, no, I said it was in, hey, shout out Maurice, man. Correction, it's in Utah, not Colorado. I'm thinking about the school shooting that took place in Colorado. Shout out Maurice.
It's connected. It's still connected because he's still at a university.
Yeah.
You still got the school shooter, which is the Manchurian Candidate, which is the MK Ultra, and the MK Ultra tells you that it's the Mockingbird media, that's the CIA is telling you who behind it. And the CIA ran by Mossad.
Right.
The crazy part is the CIA created the Mossad, along with MI6 and KGB.
Right.
They created the Mossad. Now the Mossad run all of them. Make it make sense to her.
Right, because they were the Knights of Templar. They the Knights of Templar. They worldwide. The Mossad, the CIA, all of them the Knights of Templar. I'm telling you that huh?
Yeah. So when you go back and watch the old movies, right? All of the spies got to get a paper every time. Where's the newspaper? They always go into the paper stand. Go back to Mel Gibson played in Conspiracy Theory. All his information was codes that was in the newspaper. You gotta remember, Mockingbird media is when CIA infiltrated the media for purposes of propaganda in order to steer narratives in mainstream media.
And Hollywood.
Yeah, that's all part of the Mockingbird. That's what Operation Mockingbird was taking over Hollywood.
Yep.
Hollywood now is responsible for putting out the news.
Right.
Now, if you take a picture of some of them people on the movies that's getting shot, that look more real than the real shootings.
Right.
Right? So now you got people that slows down video, frame by frame review it, anomaly searching, because they know that they don't know what's wrong, but they know something not right.
Right.
And so they start snooping. Right?
Right.
And who is Snoopy?
Yeah, right.
That's Charlie Brown's dog. Right? Who is Charlie Brown? The Brown clan. Charlie Ward. What is a ward? That's the person that's in your care if you their security. See the circles that is running?
Right.
Because it's everything flips off something else. So you got namesake, then you got numerology. When I seen Charlie Kirk get shot, first thing I did was Captain Kirk, Star Trek Enterprise. What's his birthday? And went to the internet and found it. I was like, holy shit, this is murder by numbers again.
Look, it's funny that you say that because one of the shout out the brother Randy Christie, because he sent me a picture of Trump doing a Masonic the Lions grip with this dude Charlie Kirk. They was doing the Lion. I got a picture of them. I should have loaded it up, but I got a picture of them doing the Masonic handshake. So I'm like, yeah, now you say about the 322, the 33, it's all connected. Because look, you know what Dr. Ben said? He said they stole 11 tablets out of ancient Kemet, and we know we can debate what ancient Kemet is. We know now, right? But 22, and he said they stole 22 tablets. They stole 11 tablets to create the York rites, 22 tablets to create the Scottish rites. And it's funny that you bring up the 22, the 33, and then the 322 is all like it's all Masonic skull and bones connections with this whole setup.
Every secret society is connected. Every secret society, the good ones and the bad ones.
Go ahead.
The only reason you got bad ones because you had bad people that got inducted into the good ones at one point and decided they was going to take over and use it for clandestine conquest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now remember, we approaching the fall equinox.
Go ahead.
Not equinox. It's not called equinox. Yes, it is. It's the equinox because the summer solstice, winter solstice, spring equinox, fall equinox. Right? That's a quarter roll.
Go ahead.
Because you got 4 seasons.
Go ahead.
So an equinox is a quarter, and the solstice is a half, depending on where you count from originally. Right? So we coming up on the fall equinox. Today 9/11, right? Quiet, but it's still tracing things that's happened yesterday.
Right.
Right. So at the same time that Charles Kirk gets shot, Israel is simultaneously bombing multiple countries at the same time.
Right.
How do you minimize the news coverage in America to the people if you want to bomb 7 countries and bring America into it? You got to dumb down the people. So you got to give them a red herring, give them something else to talk about. We so busy talking about Charles Kirk, we ain't talking about the massive bombings of multiple countries. Remember, Israel stayed for last.
Right.
Right? And Trump posturing like he with them, but he done already told y'all Israel can't be trusted. He don't trust them. He said it out his mouth. He said, Natty Boy can't be trusted. Because when they told him don't bomb Iran, he went and turned around and pushed the button and bombed Iran. Right? So, the next thing is to destabilize the Persian government, which we call Iran. That's Persia. Right? Destabilize Persia or change the regime to a favorable regime. Take in-little children out of control and put inky kids in there, basically.
Pretty much.
Right, because you got to change another guard. Now, while that's going on, they got to steer the narrative in the minds of the American people. We already watching them going through Illinois with massive amounts of military vehicles. But the people keep thinking that they coming for them. They coming to secure the major cities because of the changing of the guard.
Right.
I feel for the children to think that they switches is more powerful than that shit that the U.S. military got. They finna fuck around and find out.
Hey, we got them videos if you want to roll one of the clips and get in on it. That Nubian lady that came out and exposed them a while back, we ain't heard from her since. She said that she worked there for years and found out that they was running fraud.
Right. But now, this had to be part of disclosure. People didn't believe that they wasn't supposed to pay taxes unless they volunteered because of the threat of force that came with what they call it tax fraud. All taxes are fraud by the nature of what they do. Remember, the Declaration of Independence clearly say no taxation without representation. If we go by the representation, the only people that's supposed to be paying taxes are the ones who came from Europe during the 17, 18, 1900s. But we ain't never been represented as the organic original people in relation to their tax codes. We don't got no dog in that fight. So every one of us that they've been taxing, it's been a constructed fraud. That's why she bring up the RICO. RICO require you to meet the elements of conspiracy, and then you also have to meet the definition of racketeering. So it's not easy to prove a RICO case. There's too many points of verification. Most lawyers don't take it point for point. It's 5 elements alone to conspiracy, right? So if it's 5 elements to conspiracy, how many of them? And then conspiracy is the first thing that got to be proven in order to prove racketeering, right? So in racketeering is when you organize extortion rings, pay to play deals and stuff like that, right? So you got to prove the conspiracy first, then you got to tie the conspiracy to an illegal activity of an ongoing criminal enterprise in order to make a RICO stand on his feet. That's why Puffy didn't get his RICO. They didn't convict him of RICO. They convicted him of lesser charges. They say if you throw enough shit at the wall, something gonna stick. That's the prosecuting mentality. If you watch the original Law and Order, they was always scheming on what laws been passed that they can use to add on to the charges to make sure this person don't get away. They were showing us the whole time in theater.
I love that show. I love that show.
Go all the way back to Perry Mason.
Yeah.
Perry Mason gave you more actual law than you could possibly imagine. You know, back then, people used to take what they got off Perry Mason and research cases.
That's fine. I'm going to go check that out. I watch Force 48. Like, I like logs, like Force 48, all the first 48s. And then, like, Law and Order, that's my favorite. Like, that's my favorite type of shows. Like Cowboy.
Because you get that CSI, Las Vegas, all that.
Yeah, I watch all of them.
They show you the inner workings of investigations.
Right.
Now, if somebody watched that all the time, like they used to have women that used to read sleuth novels, Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew type stuff, right?
Right.
And then from that, their brain become calibrated to unlock investigations.
Right.
So you had women back in the day that they used to call in and look at the paperwork to see what they was missing. They was just sleuth readers. They was just so good at it that they would call in with tips so much that they would end up being hired as the advisor to the police, and they would come in using their witness intuition tied in with their understanding of investigation from sleuth novels.
Yeah, it's a show like that took place in California that they had to cancel it.
Yeah, they got one out now. I forgot what the name of it is, but I think it come on like Tubi or something. But the lady, she not a police officer, but they keep having her solving all their cases.
Yeah,
same thing. It's the same thing.
Yeah, so this is my question about the IRS. We know that they're the Inquisition Revenue Services collected for the popes of Rome and the crown, right? So now they make us volunteer. Like when we go get a job, right? They say, "Oh, you got to sign these forms in order to get the job, so we can start paying you." So it's like you automatically got to agree to their contracts of, because because they said they started paying tax after when they had the war. What is World War One? They started
World War II.
World War II, right?
Remember, because
go ahead.
World War One was right around the time of the establishment of the Federal Reserve and the Internal Revenue Act.
Okay.
But taxing during war is called a war tax.
Yeah, war tax.
You got to be at war in order to institute a war tax. This is what they did in the American Revolution. They used war bonds sold to the people, stock in the government, in order to be able to finance a military. Right? So once they do that, okay, now they got some money to use to fight. Remember, you can't go to war and make money. They're not compatible.
Right.
But if you watch America, find a 20-year stretch where America didn't have some type of military operation active and hot.
Right.
Because if you haven't been in a war in 20 years, that kills your war tax claim. So every 10, 15 years, America's in somebody's business.
Dang.
Keep the war tax going. But the income tax didn't really hit us hard until after 1933. Contemporary with the rise of World War II, when they took us off the gold standard and put us on the fiat. Right?
102.
Then they came with House Bill, I think it was 191.
192. House Resolution 192, 6107, executive order by Franklin D. Roosevelt.
Right. We said everybody must turn in their gold.
Yeah.
Right. And then the Senate bill, I think it was the Senate bill 191, declared America bankrupt. That's when they declared the people hostile and we was at war with the people.
Yeah, enemies of the state. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We went over that in prior classes. Anybody that want to go back, we discussed that the American government corporation had waged war against the people. But what we don't know and we don't always connect is when they say the people, every original tribal name translates into modern English as the folks or the people.
Mm-hmm.
It's either kinfolk or the people. And this is how your gangs in Chicago end up being divided along folks and people.
Makes sense. Arrest. The arrest.
You cut out, Elder. You was glitching for a minute.
Okay, I'm back. I'm good now.
Yeah.
I'm glitching now.
No, you good now. You good now.
Hey, so we're all like we leading up to the point where what if these guys got the heck out of town? Like they can't. Like, is there no place they can hide? You know, these Obamas and these Clintons. You know, they when they Jeffrey Epstein's got a $70 million apartment that they got on the market now up in New York. And in this apartment, they found two photos. One of the photos is of Bill Clinton in Monica Lewinsky's dress in her heels, the one that he got the stain on. They got a picture of him in that dress. And then he got another picture with George W. Bush flying a paper plane into the Twin Towers. George W. Bush Jr.
I don't think that was Monica Lewinsky's dress because she had a dark dress and that one is like baby blue that Bill Clinton got on. But
it's like a dark blue.
Yeah, but it's like royal blue, the color that Clinton wearing. But the whole thing about him in the dress sitting in that chair goes more to his sexual appetite.
Yeah, right. Feel you. Go ahead.
You know, the paintings are parodies. You know, So they say Hillary wear the pants in the house. So you know who they gonna put the dress on.
Right.
Right. Now, in that last clip, you notice they mentioned the continuity of government.
Go ahead.
And they said that the continuity of government was activated under Trump under the first administration, right? Now, remember, Trump the only president in the history of the country that came out with the top generals of all branches of the military. In his speech, he said, "We're not here to transfer power from one political faction to another, but to return the power from Washington, D.C. back to we, the people."
Go ahead.
We, the people, is a tribal slogan that the chiefs would use when meeting each other to know we was on the same team, and that's how they exploited it. So when they translated it into English, it come out as we the people, but we were saying it in the tribal tongue.
Go ahead.
So now they use it in their English writings to manipulate our subconscious. We remember we the people.
Right.
It's like saying we the tribes, we the clans, we the families, we the ones.
Yep.
Right? Now, at the same time, this continuity of government taking place, they allowing the deep state to make moves because they already in check.
Right.
But every move that they move, they get tighter and tighter locked in to their position to the point where they won't be able to make another move.
Right.
Right? So the deep state don't have no more moves, but the king got one more move. Right? So when we finally rescue the king, it requires the efforts of the queen. So when you're looking at the continuity of government process,